Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you the 8 biggest trends for fall 2019, and I'm also going to show you how to wear each of the trends, which trend is best for which type of woman depending on her style, and at the end of the video you'll have a good overview of the most important trends for this season, and you can start planning what to shop or think about which trend pieces you might already have in your wardrobe. Because as we all know, at the end of the day, trends repeat themselves over and over again. I'm also going to try on each of the trends, and if you like any of the trend pieces I'm going to show you today, just go to the description box underneath the video. I've linked all of the pieces there as I always do. If you like today's video, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up, and if you like these kind of fashion videos, consider subscribing to my channel. Make sure you hit the little bell, then you won't miss any of my videos. Then let's get started with trend number 1. Each and every year there's at least 1 or 2 trends in fall around knits. This year the designers showed us knits all over, so sweaters, pants, coats made of knits, mostly in the same colors, so monochrome looks that were very elegant and sophisticated. And they also showed us a lot of colorful knits, for instance in yellow, but also in blue. Galaxy blue is one of the trend colors this year. It's a very vibrant blue. There were a lot of pinks and greens as well. But the biggest trend that you could see on nearly every runway were draped knits. So knits draped around your neck like a scarf, and the designers made models wear jumpers and then a second jumper in the same color or similar color that would drape around the neck. And I'll just show you how the designers did it. They draped them very near the neck, and they tied a knot either at the front or on the side. And this is a great trend you can wear with pieces you already own. You can just have a look in your wardrobe and see if you've got 2 sweaters in similar colors or in the same color scheme, like cream and off-white or cream and beige or 2 different shades of gray. You don't have to go out and buy 2 identical sweaters. It seems a bit extravagant to me. It's not necessary. Just have a look in your wardrobe. I'm sure you'll find something. It's a great look for the office, for instance. It looks very chic, very classy, and it's great if you're the type of woman who's always freezing like me in the winter, because you've got an extra layer on the shoulders and that does make a big difference. If you're someone who doesn't like monochrome looks, if you find them boring, you could also go for color blocking. Find 2 sweaters that are very colorful, that have vibrant colors, because on the runways you could see 2 tendencies. The one tendency was monochrome looks in colors like beige, whites, off-whites, very elegant. On the other side you could see a lot of looks with vibrant colors, also patchwork, very loud looks, and there was nothing really in between those 2 tendencies, so you can make a decision which look is for you. As every year in fall, checks are on trend again. It's very predictable. The designers showed them on everything. Pants, blouses, coats, scarves, you name it. What's new this year is gingham prints. For the first time the designers showed them in their fall collections. Usually see them a lot in the summer, but now you can also wear them in fall. Then there were a lot of houndstooth prints, but also the classic prints like Glen check and red tartan were all over the runways. But the biggest trend around checks was to mix different kind of checks with one another, and that's a trend you can also wear with pieces from your own wardrobe. So see if you've got different check pieces. If you've invested in them in the past years, they've been on trend for the last at least 3 or 4 years. If you've got pieces in similar colors or in the same color scheme like creams and beiges or different shades of grey, then that will always look good. I'll just show you one example here. And mixing prints was a big theme on the runways for fall in general. Designers also mixed checks with florals, for instance. So if you've got a masculine Glen check print, then you can contrast it with a feminine floral print, for instance. I've actually made a video on how to mix prints so that it always looks good and not as if you've just thrown the prints together. And this trend of mixing checks, mixing prints is great for everyone who loves an elegant look but gets bored very quickly and wants something a bit more extravagant and just likes to experiment with fashion. Next trend, leather, one of the big trends this fall. And designers like Hermes, Loewe, Miu Miu, Stella McCartney showed loads of skirts and dresses made of leather, and Stella McCartney obviously showed vegan alternatives. She doesn't use real leather for her collections. And all looked really beautiful, and the faux leather is really good nowadays. You don't have to wear real leather if you don't want to, but still get the look. Then what you could also see was a lot of black leather from head to toe, like in the film The Matrix, or these long black coats that you know from that film from the 90s. and also colorful leather, especially on jackets and coats. The leather this season is very grown up, very sophisticated, great for the office, great if you you love elegant looks. And what you can do is you can mix shiny leather with matte materials like knits, chunky knits or cashmere or a crisp white blouse will always look good. And the designers also show the leather in monochrome looks, so similar colors from head to toe. And I love monochrome looks because not only do they make you look very fashion savvy without you having to invest a lot of money or put a lot of work into your outfit, they also make you look taller and slimmer, because if you're wearing the same color from head to toe, then the eye wanders up and down, it's not interrupted, and that always makes the person wearing that monochrome look taller and slimmer. Great, for instance, if you're wearing flat shoes. The biggest color trend for fall is definitely orange. That's the color you could really see most on the runways. And the Pantone Institute always announces the trend colors of the season based on which colors the designers used on the runways in New York and London. And this season, they've actually got 3 tones of orange as trend shades: dark cheddar, butterscotch and orange tiger. And orange is a great color to make boring outfits like office looks look a bit more exciting, like for instance with this orange blazer. And by the way, belted blazers are still very much on trend this fall. This trend started in spring and is continuing, could be seen on lots of runways again. Orange is a great color for warm color types. If you've got warm yellowish undertones in your skin, eyes and hair, then it will always look great. For instance, I'm a dark autumn and orange is one of my best colors. But if you're a cool color type, you can still pull off the color by not wearing it too near your face, because then it could make you look pale and wash you out. If you, for instance, if you're wearing orange pants or an orange skirt and you've got maybe a dark gray jumper on, dark gray goes great with orange, then that would look very good. If you want to wear an orange top, you could also wear a dark gray scarf, for instance. That's like a barrier between your face and the color that doesn't really suit you that well. Or if you've got long hair like me, you could wear your hair open. That's also like a barrier, and that way you can pull off colors that don't really suit you that well. But there are also a few trend colors for cool color types like galaxy blue or frost gray, and I'll definitely be covering these colors, showing them in the next few videos. The trendy alternative to a normal winter coat this season is a cape. And designers like Celine, Miu Miu, Chloe showed a lot of capes, the shorter version like I'm wearing over here, but also cloaks. Those are the longer versions of the capes, and they usually end underneath the knee. A cape makes every outfit look a tad more dramatic, extravagant, and if you're wearing a cape, you're basically showing the world that you love fashion. And a cape always looks great on an inverted triangle body type. So if you're pretty top heavy, if you've got broad shoulders and slim legs, then a cape will always show off your legs very nicely. And capes always look great with over-knee boots, which are also very on trend again this fall. Don't know if you remember last year, the big down coats were very on trend. Coats that look more like you were wearing a duvet. And they are replaced this year by quilts. On the runways, everything was quilted. It's actually the biggest trend this year. Not only coats and jackets, but also tops, pants, skirts, everything. Especially colorful quilts were a big theme on the runways this year. And I haven't found anything in the shops yet, to be honest. The fall pieces haven't really dropped yet, but I've got one jacket that I can show you the trend with. I'm not really sold on it. Actually looks awful, but at least you've seen the trend once, and I'll keep my eyes peeled to show you some better quilted pieces in the next videos. Quilts are a trend that you've never seen before. Usually the trends are recycled and are repeated from the 70s, the 80s and so on, but I've never seen quilts before, or I've missed that trend. If you've seen it before, let me know in the comments. They definitely look very modern, very new, and I'm definitely going to try out this trend because I'm always freezing cold in winter. If I can have skirts, pants, tops made of quilts, perfect. The next trend is one that you usually know from spring and summer. This year, the designers want to see us in white pieces, also in fall and winter. They showed a lot of white all over looks, so white from head to toe, but also white coats were a big theme on the runways, be it woolen coats or fluffy teddy coats like this one. And a white coat makes an outfit look very chic, very elegant and modern at the same time. If you're thinking white will get dirty very easily in the winter, well, the coats are mostly off-white or cream, so I think they won't get dirty that quickly if you don't sit down in the mud in them. If you fall in the mud, that's a different story, obviously. But if you're someone who loves an understated look but wants to look up to date at the same time, I think a white coat is great for you this winter. The last trend, patchwork, and designers like Burberry, Vivienne Westwood, Anna Sui showed a lot of patchwork pieces made up of leather, brocade, and cuddly knits. And it's a trend that you, I think, either love or hate. If you like the trend, I would mix this rather eccentric print with basic neutral pieces, so a coat in a neutral color, or a black biker jacket, or tan colored booties, for instance. I hope you enjoyed my trend overview. If so, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments which of these trends is calling your name, which one you want to give a try. And next week I'll be talking about which trends you can already wear now in the summer. So if you don't want to miss that, subscribe to my channel, and hope to see you next week. Bye!